Gotta get my stretches in. You heard that crack?
That shit pop.
Heard that crack?
Getting a behind the scenes look. This is how all our videos go.
You gotta stretch
It's
everything
like
out.
20 minutes of messing with the computer.
You gotta stretch.
And then John stretches.
You gotta stretch out. I gotta be limber when I play in pod.
I'm going to play this time.
Although I'm not.
You play first. But I want to play.
Can you hold a conversation and
Yes.
and
Can
play
you?
games? Oh, I've been doing it for 7 episodes.
See, the thing about you is you don't let me shine. Cause
You don't let yourself shine.
Some of my best conversations come when I'm playing
Well, that's a wrong
video games.
That's
at
a
the same
wrong
time.
word that you said there.
You know,
Play the song. Shut up.
fine.
Don't sound so heavy.
You said I suck at life.
I didn't say that.
Did you? You're fucking it up. No, you're fucking it up. He was like supersonic racing.
He was like that.
No one knows. No one knows what
No
that
one
is.
knows what that is.
No one knows what that is. That
But he knows.
for our visual viewers,
YouTube
as
viewership.
opposed to audio
YouTube
viewers,
viewership.
that dance is a homage to our late friend.
He's not.
You know, he's late.
not dead.
Not late like as in dead, but late as in never on time, friend.
Got him.
Rafa.
Was that in a video?
I don't know if that ever went out.
Rafa danced to Supersonic Racing.
Yeah, and it was one of those. But John depressed me, so I didn't want to dance all the way.
What is
Like
the
I used
hits?
to.
Like I used to
Like
last week.
like
Last week.
when I was younger and hip in my prime. But hold on, we gotta beat the kid's ass.
Have you ever had a dream that you...
I fucking told you were gonna do
You
that.
literally just told me.
I
which one
literally
it was.
told you what buttons did what, and that you needed to fix it for that very reason. You fucked it
The
all
worst
up.
part about it is I set that up, so I should know where they're at. Hey, what's up? Welcome to episode
7.
I knew.
No, you didn't.
I
I literally said 7. You're fucking
my
it up
intro
all
was,
day.
My intro was.
A fucking shit.
No, it was like I was building up.
For
to the-
what?
To the
You messed up the cheer.
No,
you
dude.
messed up the number.
I was building up.
You messed up
because
the dance.
I was building anticipation.
You're on thin ice.
I was building anticipation for the number. Did you know what number it was? No, he didn't. See?
It's 7. It's 7.
Yo, shout out to our Spotify listeners. Shout out to our YouTube viewers. Shout out to John.
That's me.
Shout out to us, me,
Alex.
Alex. This is the Playing Pod, the only video game podcast where we play in pod. Verified it by a quick Google search. But I clicked no results. No results.
You put I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah, no. I just Google searched, and then once the page opened up, and then like 4 other podcasts popped up, I just closed the page.
You're like, I don't know
I
what
was like,
that's about.
I didn't read that. Didn't count. Didn't count.
I think I said technically Game Grumps is like that.
Yeah, but Game Grumps are.
Watch your tone. Oh yeah, we went through this.
No, we went through this.
We did
We
this.
went through this. But anyway, before we jump into it, any podcasts out there, any content creator, I'm opening it up because the podcasts
just
are running
YouTubers,
scared.
just YouTubers in general.
YouTubers, streamers, musicians,
Damn.
anybody who makes content. You want some smoke?
Call me now for your free whipping.
Come get it. Any game whatsoever except Pokken Tournament on the Switch because that game is horrible.
That game is pretty trash.
That game
played
is
that game?
absolute dog shit.
Literally.
Before we tell you what game we're playing today,
Go ahead,
I have a
Alex.
quick story. Actually, we'll do that first. So, if you're on Spotify, you get the audio experience. If you're on YouTube, you get to see the game that we're playing. And today, that is...
Bleeding Edge, the beta. It just came out this weekend for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, made by the developers of Ninja Gaiden, Ninja
No,
Blade.
wow, you fucking moron. No, it's
Tenchu Z.
Hellblade. Ninja Theory is the developer. They made Hellblade. What else did they do?
Yeah,
They-
so-
they did a Devil May Cry.
So,
I
yeah,
think.
Ninja Theory. There's a bunch of developers who give theories on ninjas. It's pretty cool.
They
make.
How do they do what they do?
Who knows? Who knows?
Follow Ninja Theory.
Follow them on Twitter. Anyway, what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Yeah, so Pokken Tournament. I need to go ahead and start playing.
Okay.
I'm going off on a tangent.
We're
here.
already.
So-
How are we already digressing and we just started?
No, because I am scarred emotionally by the
By the
events
ass
of
whooping that you
this.
got?
Look, this morning.
Alex took an ass whooping.
No.
Pokken tournament.
I'm gonna verify your age. 11, correct? All right.
Okay.
So I've never played Pokken Tournament before. A test.
Alex has not played Pokken
Okay.
tournament before.
So he's played Pokken Tournament a lot. Not John, the kid in question here.
Right?
We loaded the game up, and I picked Machamp, right? Because this is a
You
fist
did play
fighting
with champ.
game. I'm gonna throw a fist. He has 4 of them. It's gonna go in, right?
Uh-huh.
I load the game up, and he busted out a Dark Mewtwo, which I didn't even know was a thing, by the way. I thought Mewtwo was just. The
I thought
guy.
it was a when he was talking about it, I thought it was a skin.
Right,
I was like, oh,
yeah,
they got
right.
skins for the
Cool.
because he said Pikachu, then there's Lucha Pikachu. I'm like, oh, they gave Pikachu his luchador
No, so
outfit.
did it say Pokken Tournament? Yeah. Anyway,
He did say Pokemon.
so when the match loads up, he picks up a Dark Mewtwo, which is a cool looking Mewtwo with like a.
You got
with
you
the
know in
thing.
Phantom Pain.
I was gonna say the Metal Gear.
You know,
spear.
I was gonna say Master Chief. Snake, he has that blade stuck in his forehead.
Yeah, that blade is on Mewtwo's shoulder. Anyway, his Mewtwo was like level 742, and Machamp was like level 5. So needless to say, I beat him 2-1.
And he kept the no. That shit was like first it was tied, and I think it was 2-3.
Oh, he beat me. All right, look,
You lost. You lost that one.
I'm gonna use my platform responsibly and
lie.
I obliterated that little
and
kid.
lie to the boy. And just lie
he
on,
couldn't see
on
me.
his name. Just straight lie.
No, he destroyed me.
Oh.
But really, it comes down to game balance and game game just BSness.
No, of course. And also, you're just really, really bad at the game.
No.
Are you okay there?
No. No. Don't play Pokemon Tournament.
And Pokemon, you know what? Pokemon Tournament's not that bad. There's a lot of stuff I like about it, and there's a lot of stuff I don't like about it, and one of them is Mewtwo.
So here's the thing: the way gaming works, John, and you're a man of culture.
I am a cultured man.
You're a man of culture. The only games you like are games that you win in. That's how video game works.
Well, that's just
so.
facts.
If, for example, my opinion switches on Super Smash Brothers depending on who I'm playing against.
Of course.
If I'm playing against Nathan, aka Nate Tunes, shout out to Nate Tunes.
Shout out to Nate Tunes.
I don't like Smash. It's the worst game ever made. It's not balanced.
Of
it's
course.
garbage. All his characters are OP.
A man of culture.
Right.
Yes.
Right. But if I'm playing
i.e.
against
i.e. The game is bullshit.
the game is trash.
It's bullshit.
No, trash, John. Come
Trash,
on.
excuse me.
Get with the vernacular.
It's no good.
But if I play against you,
Right.
that game is the most balanced, most polished.
Wait a minute.
Smash.
I beat you too.
No.
Yes,
This
I
is my story. This is my story.
I beat him too.
This is my story. So when I play against you,
right.
most balanced, perfect game, best Smash of all time.
'Kay.
Definitely a fighting game. Deserves to be an Evo. Amazing.
It earned its spot in Evo.
Yes. Switch game of the decade. Even though the Switch has been out for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Switch game of the decade. No competitor. See, so it depends. Now, Pokemon Tournament.
Uh-huh.
Absolute trash because I lost to an 11-year-old and I'm 27 years old and there's no coming
I'm
back
a
from
grown
that.
ass. I'm a grown ass man.
Absolutely. No coming back from that. Everybody who owns it, sell it. That's my...
Don't play Pokemon Tournament. It's a piece of shit because I lost to a child.
And my ego took a big hit and I just...
Yeah, you was pretty trash at
Like,
that game.
no lie. I was heated. Like, my heart was going fast. And
I
I'm
know.
I'm going to throw the controller.
I knew you were heated because you got really quiet. You got really quiet, and then you were like, "Oh, that's not going." Like you were talking about the mechanics of the game.
Yeah, you know you're heated in the game when you're like, I grabbed.
When you start talking,
When you start
when
announcing
you start
what
saying
you did.
things like, "Oh, I did that."
I punched, but okay. There's no block.
It didn't go through.
Yeah.
It didn't go through. And then you were like, "You're like, oh, so you can do that, but I can't do that." Like, you were heated.
Yeah, no, I was
You
livid.
could just tell you were heated.
I was livid. Asking the game, what are you doing? That I lost.
You asked the game, "What are you
Yeah,
doing?"
but what the fuck you doing, game?
Like, video game. Come on, we're trying to win.
But yeah, Pokemon Tournament. It's fun though. I like it.
A Pokemon Tournament is fun.
Yeah.
I feel bad for it because it could have been better.
I don't want to keep talking about Pokemon Tournament. But
brought it up,
but,
you fucking
But
animal.
it reminds me of Tekken a little bit. Like a.
Because it says Pokken. Pokken, like Tekken.
No, I got it, but I don't. That's not.
Does that have nothing to do
No, John, that's not what I meant at all.
All right, how sure are you on that?
Okay, I'm done. I'm done with Pokemon.
Okay.
that old ass game.
Speaking of video games.
Are you stealing my transition game?
Yeah, I'm taking the job.
Okay, go ahead.
I lost momentum.
Great.
Speaking of video games.
Yeah.
Video game movies. Also, the song we played, Super Sonic Racing. Because of the motion picture Sonic
We're supposed to be
that came out
We're supposed to be getting better weekly, and we're somehow regressing.
February 14th,
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Did you go see it with your Valentines, Alex?
I'm a grown man.
Did you see
So
it
yes.
with your Valentine? Okay.
Yes, I did. I
That's
saw my
good.
Valentine with like 80 other people, including my assaulter. in Pokken tournament.
My assailant.
My assailant.
You got Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, but this was before the ass whooping.
See, yeah, we were cool then. Now
Yeah.
we're mortal enemies.
Now I hate you.
No, but we gotta talk about Valentine's Day before we jump into the movie. But we're gonna talk about the Sonic movie shortly, and no spoiler review as always.
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
we kind of spoiled a little bit of Birds of Prey, but I don't think many people caught it.
No, they
or
did.
Many people didn't care.
They did. But how was your Valentine's Day, John?
It was good. My girlfriend's not in town, so I'm super lonely all the time. So I'm having a great time. How was your Valentine's Day?
It's funny, John, because to the audio listeners, you look like you're crying.
I'm smiling
But
the
you're
whole
smiling
time.
like a damn idiot. So
I'm not an actor. I'm a gaming guy.
my Valentine's Day was pretty cool. I celebrated the 13th.
Well, I celebrated the 8th because we planned ahead. So I celebrated the 8th.
I got one of those heart-shaped pizzas from Giordano's.
That's nice.
Shit was pretty good, man.
Well, Giordano's is good.
Also, Giordano's tastes better the next day. I don't care what anybody says. But like after you save it in the fridge.
Also,
warm
if
it up
you
again?
can't eat cold pizza, you wrong.
No, cold pizza. I like only certain places though, like Little
Some
Caesars.
cold pizzas got
Hey,
it.
hey, hold on, John. We're digressing. People
We're
have
doing
come,
it again,
people
yeah.
have come at us saying that we digress too
Okay,
much.
no, stay on task.
Keep it on
Valentine's Day,
subject.
Valentine's
I got
Day.
a pizza, heart shaped. Cool. It was a fun time. There you go.
I went to eat ramen the 8th. I went to this place called Furious Spoon, which I want you to go.
No.
Because it's literally ramen, so spicy hot water, and it's hip-hop themed.
So I would go to that, but my friend, very close friend, Nate Toons, said that place is dookie. And that the place that he recommended is way better.
It is good, but
and
I
I'm not
mean-
gonna say the name of the place he recommended because it's a very secure or what is it not secluded but exclusive.
It's not exclusive.
Very
It's a
exclusive.
very popular place.
You can't know about it. Only Nathan has to give you access to
It's
that
a very
place.
popular place, but
Sorry.
he also told me about the place.
Can't do it.
Anyway, we did that, and then we saw Birds of Prey. Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, okay.
On Valentine's Day.
Okay.
But on the day, I was very, very lonely, and I saw Sonic with my mom.
That sounds super sad.
Blame her. She left me.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about your mom.
Oh no, my mom didn't leave me. She's the best. She went to go see Sonic with me. And then we saw it again on Saturday, or I saw it again on Saturday. You saw it for the first time.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get some cohesiveness going. Let's talk about Sonic. So, John saw it twice.
I saw it 2 times.
I
Now, hold on, wait. Let me asterisk that with that doesn't mean that it's super good. I just so happened to see it twice.
Okay.
Okay.
So Sonic the Hedgehog, for those of you who don't know, is
Is
a
a Sonic the
video
Hedgehog.
game character, one of the most iconic of all time. Of all times. Little blue.
It is up there, yeah.
He's a blue something that they decided to name a hedgehog.
Hedgehog.
And there is one of video games and pop culture's most annoying characters on the planet.
Your bias is showing.
He's really
Your
annoying.
bias is showing.
He's annoying.
Alex.
It's not bias. Sonic is annoying, and that's part of his character.
Okay.
Fair?
I will let this one slide.
Fair. He's annoying,
Go ahead.
and his games are bad.
Now you're on too far.
Oh no, I'm not.
These games are not bad.
He's had 3 good games ever,
no.
and I might be shooting a little short. But think about all the Sonic games that have come out
You're
after.
biased.
Most games are garbage
How
for
you
Sonic.
going to talk about it? Let's stay on track and then
It's-
digress.
I'm still talking about Sonic. I'm giving a backstory of who he is.
Okay.
He's a trash video game character that
No,
for
he's
some
not.
reason has survived the
He
test
is
of time.
he is an iconic character from the early 90s.
But we don't get another Earthworm Jim.
Whose fall from grace has been a notorious one.
Okay, you said
Kind of
it,
in the same vein as Crash Bandicoot.
You have said it. What I said in PC language.
That's
I
right.
said he's an overrated video game
No,
character
you're biased.
who's trash
That's biased.
and annoying. That's not
No,
biased.
see? It's biased.
Anyway, his movie came out on Friday, and it's a big deal because we've talked about it before.
Yes, there's
The-
a lot of news behind the Sonic movie.
Yeah, this is the first. Well, not the, this is one of the major things that happened with up to this movie is that the studio listened. The character
Yes.
model came out, and everybody's like, "What the hell is that?" So they fixed it, and
Yeah.
now we as the community
Gotta say.
has to be like, "Hey, they listen to us. Let's show them that we appreciate it. Let's go watch
Of
it."
course.
And it did. It's doing well. It beat Detective Pikachu's
It
debut.
is the number one gaming movie of all time. Like, it's opening weekend.
Is that really
It is.
It beat Mortal Kombat and everything?
It beat. It's Detective Pikachu had the
had
number
the
one.
record, so this beat it?
Yeah. So and it beat Detective Pikachu by like a couple million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the fans are actually going out to watch it. So that's good.
Yeah,
that's good that they listened, because that means, one, the fact that it beat a record means that it's going to get a sequel regardless of its quality or not.
Yes.
So that's good.
We'll touch on that shortly.
Which is what we can get into that. But
Yeah.
it's good that people actually voiced their opinions, and then they went to go out to see what their opinions brought about.
Yeah.
So it was good to see that. Now, as far as movie goes, I'm going to let you start, Alex.
Hold on. Am I ready to talk about it?
What do you mean? Well, are you ready to talk about it?
No,
It's too late.
I thought I wanted to say something else regarding the money, but I think we're fine.
Oh, well, I mean, go ahead.
So quality. No. Let's talk about the movie itself, because money doesn't always entail quality. Just because.
Well, yeah, that's what I was prefacing at first. I was
just because a movie made a lot of money and a lot of people are seeing it doesn't mean the movie's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Suicide Squad.
Exactly. I went into that movie with higher expectations than I probably should have, just because you said
dear.
it was. You said I wouldn't hate it. Those are your words. I haven't embellished anything yet. I haven't embellished anything yet.
You are not wrong.
Okay. You said it was okay. It was decent. And I asked you specifically, am I gonna hate it?
You did ask. You asked, are you gonna hate it? And my reply was,
I don't think
verbatim. I don't think you will hate it.
Okay. So I went into the movie. I'm like, okay, cool. John knows me. He says he doesn't think I'll hate it, but that means there's a good chance that I might. As tiny as it was, there was uncertainty in your voice.
I feel like I did my best to be like, now don't go in there. The way I worded it was like, now don't go in there with the highest expectations,
Right.
okay? But I was pleasantly surprised, which is also what I said. I was pleasantly surprised with the movie, and that I stick by that because I saw it twice.
Okay, still no embellishment. Cool.
Still no embellishment.
We're still on point. So, go to the movie.
Alex is watching the movie.
I'm watching the movie. I don't like it. I did not like it.
I looked over at Alex to see if some of the jokes were landing with him, and this man had the angriest face I've ever seen. Like Martin Scorsese, this is not cinema face. Like he was upset.
So my opinion on this movie, John, is very complicated. Because my face says one thing, I feel another, and it's very different. It's very it's a complicated opinion, right? Let's see if I can articulate it.
I was gonna flick off the game.
So Sonic
is a hedgehog.
No. Sonic itself, the movie as a whole, I thought it was slightly below average. Nothing special, cookie cutter film.
Okay,
that's my opinion of the film itself.
This is your opinion, yes.
Building it like nothing special happened. They didn't really try to innovate anything. It's a simple, here's a Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
Right. That's my opinion on the film itself. The source material, everything good, perfect, nailed it.
Okay.
They nailed the Sonic character. Everything is good. You're not gonna get mad at why did they do that. Good on that regard. So if you're a Sonic fan and you love Sonic and you know his story,
stuck to the source material.
Yeah, you're gonna enjoy this film because you already like that character.
It stuck to the source material
enough
to a T. Where obviously they had to put story points.
Yeah.
Like obviously they had to muddy some shit, but
yes,
Sonic is Sonic. And Sonic does Sonic shit.
Right. Okay. So if you're a big Sonic fan and you love Sonic,
you will like Sonic.
You're gonna like it because they nailed him perfectly.
Also, if you are the age of 10,
you're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it
because it's except if you're my assailant.
Except if you're the guy who beat the dog shit out of Alex.
Okay. So it doesn't land with all kids. Anyway.
Hit asterisks on his, but
he beat my ass. Oh yeah, because you didn't even see the movie. You were asleep.
We saw the movie at 9:40,
and he was
snoring. Passed out.
Oh, anyway. So the film, Sonic itself. Now, me personally, this is my opinion. Okay, my opinion. This movie made me realize that I do not like Sonic the Hedgehog as a character.
That's literally what you said.
I do not like Sonic. At least in this film, he was the most annoying, most please shut the fuck up character of all time.
Okay.
And I just wanted him to stop talking.
Okay.
Hold on. That's it. That's how I feel about Sonic, and I just kind of realized I don't like him.
Well, let me. Okay.
I'm not done talking about the film because remember it's very complicated, and if I lose it, I might lose it.
What I wanted to do was let's give context as to what the story is of Sonic.
Fair. Okay,
Right?
go ahead.
Okay, so the story of Sonic, it's
In the film.
essentially in the film,
Yeah.
is essentially an origin story for why Sonic is on Earth. Like,
Why?
right?
Yeah. Why he's the Sonic?
Why
you
he's
know.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially the backstory is Sonic is essentially a space hedgehog from another world,
Right.
right? And he has special sonic powers, which is why he's so fast and he does the spinning and all the other shit.
Yeah.
So he's on Earth in hiding so that because he knows his powers are so strong and so they aren't getting used into the wrong hands. He freaks out. Some shit happens. The government calls in Robotnik, who is Jim Carrey.
Yep.
And
that's the rest of the film.
And that's pretty much it.
Jim Carrey's hunting Sonic.
And Jim Carrey's Robotnik is hunting Sonic.
Right.
That's as basic as you can go
Without
without getting
spoil-
into
yeah.
the nitty gritty.
Okay.
Uh,
So it's a younger Sonic.
It's a younger
not,
Sonic.
It's not the seasoned, Sonic from the later games where he's already, I do
like
this.
rolling
I'm
around in the
Sonic.
speed of sound.
Not that Sonic.
Running away
No.
from trucks.
No, he's more like the confused, still
Like-
teenager-esque.
It's like,
yeah.
you know how Thor just jumped into Earth and it's like he doesn't know what shit is?
Yeah, except he's been here for.
He's been there for quite some time. But that's neither here nor
Yeah, okay.
That's neither here
Okay,
nor
that's
there.
part of my
We'll,
that's part of my gripes. But all right. So anyway, it's Sonic, the annoyingness of it with teen angst all over the place. Anyway, look, Sonic itself annoying, movie below average. Jim Carrey, Robotnik, I love it. Loved him. He was my
Yeah.
absolute favorite part, aside from the teaser at the end. But I'm not gonna say what it is.
Then why would you bring it up?
That was my absolute favorite part.
That's your,
That my favorite part. Teasing the sequel, but Jim Carrey was absolute my favorite part. But I have there's a caveat.
Asterisk.
A caveat.
Yeah.
Caveat.
It's a caveat.
Caviar. I only liked him because he was doing Jim Carrey.
It
It
like
was Jim Carrey.
playing Jim Carrey. It's like if you watch Jim Carrey in the early 90s or if you just are familiar with Jim Carrey's catalog of films,
It's that.
his most popular films,
Yeah.
it's that.
The same
but
facial expressions.
But the guy's name is Robotnik
yeah.
now.
Yeah, and he had a direction to point that those movements and mannerisms and jokes.
Yeah, it's like
towards.
if Jim Carrey,
Jim Carrey with the
90s,
Robotnik skin.
Yeah,
was what it was.
essentially. Because like in the 90s movies, they were just like, do your Jim Carrey shit.
Yeah,
And this one, they were like, do your Jim Carrey shit at Sonic.
yeah, with the Sonic theme.
With
Splash.
do your Jim Carrey shit.
Yes.
Sonic at Halloween.
Yeah. So and I liked it, but it's because I'm a fan of that, and I like that he's
I am a-
returning.
yeah.
He went back to that, and that it actually fit. Because a lot of times when he go over the top, like and you know what, he wasn't even over the top.
I will say, yeah, because
Yeah.
I will say that my first viewing of it, I was like, okay, he's just doing his 90s shit, but there's no point to it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a little excessive. But watching it a second time, it's not as bad as I thought. Like, I'm going in there with OG Jim Carrey eyes.
Yeah.
And it's not that. It's
No,
not that
it's
bad.
good. Now-
It's very toned down.
Now, I'm gonna sort of give a little final verdict type of ordeal
Uh-huh.
for me. So
Okay.
let's recap. Film itself, I went in with higher expectations than normal.
Okay.
Film, slightly below average.
Slightly below average. Yes.
Sonic itself, fucking annoying. Shut the fuck up. More
Mm-hmm.
Jim Carrey, please. Teaser at the end, favorite part of the movie.
Okay.
Now, I am well aware that this film, the target audience
Is children.
From the jokes, the writing,
It's a kids movie.
It's a kids film.
It's definitely a kids movie.
It's a kids film. So I am aware that I'm not the target audience, regardless of growing up with Sonic or not.
Right.
That movie was not for me.
It's not for you.
Okay. With that said, I don't excuse it because there are children's films for kids that have better writing and that do things that are for the adults also.
You
There
were
was
right.
very seldom. This movie was not for adults at all.
No.
There was nothing. No, not even. And I'm not saying you have to throw in a risque joke in there or anything like that. But I'm saying it's very cut and dry. If you've seen 5 movies in your life, you're gonna know exactly how this movie's gonna play out.
Yeah.
And just add a bunch of Easter eggs and pop culture references and some Sonic mechanics, and that's what you got.
Right.
So, if I was person to give it a number rating, I'd give it a 4.
Okay.
4 out of 10. A 4 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. Again, but with that said, I'm also excited for the sequel. But to tell you why it's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so confused about yours, just because it's like you talk so much like
In order for
I don't
me-
like it.
in order
I hate
for
it.
in
I
order for
work-
me to
it's
explain
shit,
it,
like
I
this
have
and that, I'm eager for what's to come.
In order
It's
for
like,
and John, in
like,
order
what
for
do you
me-
want? Like, what do you want, Alex?
In order for me to explain it, I'll have to spoil the film. But I'll say it without spoiling it. If I treat this as a prequel film, the first film, the next film, I'm gonna enjoy it because there'll be a balance to what annoyed the shit out of me in this character. That's it without spoiling. That's it. I'm eager for that. And the fact, yes, that's it. I just can't because this is a prequel in all intents and purposes for all the characters in the Sonic universe, not just Sonic. Robotnik is pre-Robotnik in this, So again, I'm just excited for that.
Like what's to come.
Exactly. So but that's why my opinion is complicated because the way I talk about it sounds like I absolutely hated it. But I
you,
don't.
You still talk about it like you hate it.
But again, I don't. I am looking forward to the sequel. I will watch the sequel. I'm happy that the movie's doing well. So I mean, there's that. It's just I'm well aware that this movie wasn't for me, and it just hits a lot of the notes in films that I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I mean, hey, my opinion is of this nature. I got hit by a train. I think that for everything that was going wrong with this movie in the behind the scenes,
It was just one thing.
but it was a big thing. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
To downplay it, to say that it was one thing, it was a huge thing. It would have made it made or break this movie.
Well, yeah. No, you're fair. You can say what it is. Why are we being cryptic? The Sonic.
Well, no,
model.
I'm saying the
Yeah.
Sonic design. The
Yeah.
Sonic design could have made or break this movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, so, the whole backlash of it and like the whole boycotting the thing, the company itself that did the redesign, going under all that shit, and the just the track record that video game movies have, it. For all intents and purposes, it could have been much, much worse.
Yes.
It could have been much, much worse.
Yes.
So, which is why, and maybe it's not fair to see it this way, I give the movie a pass for its many flaws.
Yeah.
Because, one, I liked Sonic. Yes, he's very much a child, which
Yeah.
can be very annoying
Yeah.
because he's one of those kids that it's like, oh, what is this? Like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Can
Are
I
we there yet?
interject real quick?
Yes.
He wasn't a child age-wise at all. But go ahead.
Well,
but go ahead.
the
go
way
ahead.
they were treating him, yeah, he was
Yeah,
a
go
child.
ahead. Yeah.
But so with that, yeah, like, but I feel like for me,
Yes.
he was getting really annoying, and when I was like, okay, you need to stop, it stopped, and then I was like, it gave me some breather, or it transitioned to Jim Carrey, which it's just straight facts. If he wasn't in it, this movie would have been much, much worse.
Agree.
So like on top of the fact that the redesign was fixed, all that other shit. If Jim Carrey wasn't in this movie, it would have been complete dog shit.
Yep.
Because yes, the story is very cookie cutter. It's a very cookie cutter story. The Sonic design is great. The visuals were all right at best.
Yeah.
The jokes, some of them were all funny. Not all of them landed.
Yeah.
And Sonic is annoying. But Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey
Yeah.
does help a lot. It does help a lot.
100%.
So, and it wasn't that bad to me, honestly. It wasn't terrible. I give this movie about a 5. Jim Carrey a 6, but a 5. It's a very average movie. Very, very much cut and dry.
Yeah.
It had a lot of things that was against it, but it somehow made it past it.
Yeah.
It's very much a kids movie, and it's one of those things where like I know I'm not the target demographic, and I liked it anyway.
Right.
Like it's not trying to be a super like let the kids learn you something, you know what I'm saying? Like it does have it does have a message of like friendship and blah 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 whatever. Very very generic kids messaging.
Yeah.
But like yeah, it's a stupid fun movie for kids.
Right.
A stupid fun movie for kids, and I think it did a good job in that regard. But a 5. About a 5.
I agree. I don't have to fight you.
Yeah.
Because I was getting ready
it's
to
like
fight you.
I feel like we have the same points, but you're just like because of those points it's a 4. Mine's like because of those points it's a 5.
Yeah. Well, again, I the way I reviewed it was not from the kids' perspective. It was from my perspective.
It was from an adult.
I roll my eyes at a lot of
Yeah.
stuff when they do that. So again, but it's not for me. I'm
Yeah.
aware of that, and that's totally fine. It doesn't have to be for
Yeah.
me. It's cool. I'm not mad at the film. Again, I want the sequel.
And yeah, it may. I feel the same. I felt really excited for what it can do.
Mhm.
And I was like, ooh, imagine when like Sonic is more mature, and it's like, what if
And-
they start introducing the other characters like Knuckles or Shadow?
Yep.
When will they start getting into Chaos Emeralds? Will they start
Exactly,
getting
so-
into like Chows?
That'd
Is
be
it
all. Dude,
pronounced Chows?
I think they're called chows
or
but
cows?
Cows, whatever.
Because it's
Don't-
technically cow. But
don't-
like,
but
they
the-
start getting into the lore
you know how
of the game.
You know how babies and shit are all the rage right now. You got Baby Yoda and all that shit.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Chows would
Chows would kill.
they'd kill it. They'd kill
Would
it.
kill.
Just wait. Calling it now. There's gonna happen.
Chows would kill, dude.
Also, the Chow mode thing in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is my favorite thing, but it's cool.
I remember
Anyway,
you traumatized me because you kept
I
drowning the
kept
Chows
drowning
so
them.
they can do the swimming challenges.
Yeah. But I also want to touch on something. When it's still related to video game movies.
That's fine.
So, I believe you remember how I'm gonna use a timeline like the comic books movie timeline.
Yes.
Remember how at the beginning when they started touching on comic book films, they weren't anything special really. Like they were
Yes.
just.
I already know where you're going, and I agree.
Like they were essentially basic films.
Yes.
Just to kind of grab money on those properties.
It was kind of like, to grab them cash grabs, and also be like, kind of like throwing it in to see how people would feel about
so
it.
you got a whole bunch of different movies. A lot
Yeah.
of them not the best. Video game films are becoming more constant. They're coming out more often now.
Yes.
So we would get a sprinkle here or there. The Resident Evil franchise was like the longest running one.
Oh yeah.
But at that point, after the second movie, if that, it wasn't even a video game movie anymore. It was just the
Yeah.
title was thrown in and but I don't consider those video game films anymore after the second one.
Yeah.
They were just a whole different thing.
Yeah. They didn't even try. Anymore.
So I think right now video game films and movies based on video games are
Mhm.
at that early stage where the wallets are finally talking. The pop culture and everything has caught up to gaming.
yes.
So how comics were big before, and then with the Dark Knight and Spider-Man, those original trilogies brought it more into mainstream. It's happening now. Detective Pikachu broke a record. Sonic came out and broke that record. The Rampage film that came out not too long ago was good. It wasn't a total piece of crap.
I was like looking at the timeline of events. The last three video game movies that came out, Detective Pikachu. I hate to say it, but Angry Birds is considered a video game
Angry
movie.
Birds too.
Angry Birds 2.
Even though if you're a mobile gamer, you're not a real gamer. But all right, go
Well,
ahead.
that's a different conversation.
Uh-huh.
But also Sonic, all were fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
All of those were fresh. So they're starting to the tolerance for them are starting to get there. The quality of movie are starting to go up.
Exactly, and with things like I know we talked about this before too. With things like The Witcher, more
Oh, yeah.
serious, more things. There's a Resident Evil series coming out on Netflix.
The Uncharted movie is coming out. Last of Us movies.
supposedly.
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I think we're starting to get to the Iron Man of.
And you know what?
Well, let me make my point out because it's a good one.
Okay, Alex.
We're starting to get up to. Well, first we have to pass the Dark Knight era of it, where you're gonna get a really big. Just one
yeah.
big property that'll kind of just blow it up, because you can technically pinpoint where comic books took over, and it was Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy. That's when it kind of like, hey, that's it.
when it's like we gotta take this shit
and
serious.
we got to do that. And then Marvel came in, Iron Man, and the rest, you already know.
Yep.
So right now we're really close to getting our Sam Raimi, or to getting our Dark Knight trilogy property film for video games, and then after that it's just gonna take off, because it's just gonna happen. Comic books are running it now. People are starting to feel that fatigue a little bit. Granted, there's still incredible
gonna make
amount of
its
hype.
money.
Yeah, it's never not gonna stop, but it's coming. It's
But,
coming, and
yeah.
I don't know what franchise is gonna do it. I don't think a Halo is gonna do it. I don't think I don't think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be a Doom. I don't think it's gonna be a AAA game that's gonna do it.
You know what? I think if it ever comes out, Last of Us.
Yeah, I
feel like The Last of Us would be the one to do it.
I think it'll be a great film if they do it right, but I don't think it'll be enough to catapult it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the film itself, if they do it right and touch the same notes and everything, it'll be a great film on par with Logan.
That's exactly what I'm
saying.
thinking.
It'll be there, quality wise. and then from then on out, you know, if the money's there, which it more than likely will be,
Right.
but you know, I think maybe like, I think a God of War might do it. A God of War, not based on the original, but I'm talking about the Atreus, more mature or something along those lines. I think that'll do it. Or one of those big properties, you know. But I kind of contradicted myself because I said a AAA won't do it, and then I went ahead and said God of War.
Immediately picked like one of the biggest
biggest
AAAs.
I just meant story wise. Like I don't think a Halo is enough. Like yeah, you'll get a cool experience, but I don't think it'll be.
No, I get you.
Yo, like this movie. Not only is it you know a good video game movie, but it's a good movie itself.
It's just a good film.
You're closer to Last of Us, something with God of War, something with.
But you know, the other point I was trying to make is that like, because you're talking about timeline.
Yeah.
When did video game movies start? It started in the early 2000s. Yeah.
Well, technically, the Mario Brothers movie came out way before that.
Right, but
and
it didn't start getting its traction to the early 2000s.
Mortal Kombat was in the 90s.
No, you bastard child. I'm saying
You talking about comics or movies?
I'm talking about comics
Oh.
having its stride.
Yeah.
It started in the early 2000s
I would
with
say-
the Spider-Mans and the Fantastic Fours.
Because there were hits before, like Spawn was a cult classic. There was some
Right, but I'm saying,
Blade.
like-
Blade was huge. So I would.
Right, but I'm saying in the same vein where it's like, yeah, they had a few, but then they started getting their strides with the Spider-Mans, the Fantastic Fours, Iron Man came in, The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah, video game movies had a few video games movies came out, but like they weren't the best.
Yeah, they were bits and pieces here.
Right.
You know, like House of the Dead came
Like
out.
right,
It
they
was a
weren't the
bunch
best,
of-
but
yeah.
same thing. But now in this new decade, what's happening? Like the gaming movies are starting to come out more frequent, and they're starting to catch their stride.
Yep.
Just like the decade before, comic books got theirs. So I think we're definitely on the same track with the same shit. I personally think if they did Last of Us in the same vein as Logan, it would kill. It would do. And you know what? Logan. Everybody kept comparing Logan to The Last of Us. So it's like
Well, the story was really close.
it's essentially the same shit,
yeah.
but just do that.
But yeah, no, I mean, there's plenty to dive from. Then you know, not only that, but the Final Fantasy stories. There's a lot. You can make one Final
but,
Fantasy
like-
game. You can drop 85 movies.
Those are one of those games that you kind of have to.
You know what? I take that back. Just because I throw in Final Fantasy and those type of games to anime, and 9 times out of 10, when you bring anime to live action,
It's not the best. It's
atrocious.
It's not the best.
But,
in any regard.
But yeah, there's a lot a lot to pick from. And, you know, like
no
the
doubt.
BioShock series, it would be a great series to do that. You know, just there's a lot. I think it's coming. I think it's coming. But John,
I think Go ahead.
this is a good transition, but I'm about to ruin it because you know
No,
how
come on, man.
The Dark Knight trilogy, you know, was so big and monumental for comic
What
book
are you
movies.
doing?
You know, Batman's outfit got announced. Got showcased.
It's not that bad.
I
was expecting
I
worse.
ran it. I was trying to iron it out. It was really wrinkly.
The funny part is like you were like, I'm gonna ruin this shit.
Just because I normally do, but
that was your best
I
one.
tried to iron it out.
That was your best
It
one.
was a very wrinkly transition in my brain.
It worked.
It worked. It worked.
It was
So
better than I thought it was gonna be.
yeah. So it was a little bit of a speed bump, but you know what?
We're here now.
Robert Pattinson's Batman outfit got a screen test.
They screen tested it.
They dropped the fit,
and we got to see the fit.
I
don't know how I feel.
I
about
don't know how I feel. Yeah, I don't know. Like not with him being Batman because I think he'd
be a
cool.
phenomenal Batman.
And he didn't look bad in the suit. My main
the
gripe is the cowl, the face part.
Yeah,
It's for. It sounds really nitpicky, I know, but I feel like his jawline is like where it touches his jaw is too far back, and it gives me like Daredevil.
you're not the only one.
It gives-
You are definitely not the only one who thought that.
It really reminds me of the Daredevil outfit in the Netflix series, and I didn't like it either because from certain angles, it looks
It didn't look
really
too hot?
stupid. Like that Daredevil outfit, not when he has the bandana on, the black bandana. I'm talking about the actual Daredevil outfit.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it from different angles because he looks dumb. It looks like his nose is all caved in.
Right.
But but Batman, I'm getting similar vibes. But again, I was telling you, I had to see it in actual like a trailer or in movement.
Yeah.
Because
They didn't show a lot.
no,
to be fair.
they just kind of just showed it real quick.
You saw some titties, some bat titties,
Yeah.
and then you saw the head.
Yeah.
You didn't get to see the bat ears, which is also why people were thinking that it looked like Daredevil. On top of the red light,
Yeah.
didn't help either.
No, it didn't. That was kind of not the best.
It's giving me Arkham Knight vibes.
Yeah.
Very much like inspired by the Arkham series, the games.
Yeah.
It looks good. Like this looks like a Batman who I wouldn't say he's seasoned.
Yeah.
Not old,
got a little bit of adobo on him. A little bit of adobo.
Do you want to get smacked?
Seasoned, man.
I know, I heard you. Not like old, like they were trying to go for Ben Affleck, where he's seasoned and he says fuck the world, but he's prepared himself to withstand shit. So he has like the armor plating, the
experience,
yeah, the cowl. It does look a little small on the dude.
Yeah, he looks weird. It looks weird.
I have to see the whole thing. Like I think
Same.
holistically, maybe it looks better, and just the fact that we only saw titties.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a little more than
yeah.
titties.
Like I was made the point that when Shazam was coming out and they showed the I think the Entertainment Weekly spread of the Shazam outfit,
or just like
it was a screen
or just on set.
an on-set picture. He looked, in my opinion, that looked horrible. I'm like, wow, that looks bad.
It looked really gross.
But then when you saw it in the film and in motion and everything, it looked good. I didn't have a problem with it. Yeah,
pretty decent.
So I'm hoping it's that case, and I'm hoping I don't get the whole Daredevil outfit thing the whole time because I'm just gonna be like, come on, man, fix your neck.
Protect your neck. No, you gotta protect. You gotta protect your neck.
Yeah, man, your neck's all
Wu-Tang has
exposed.
warned you for years
About that neck of
about
yours.
protecting your neck.
And you just
Batman,
left it out.
listen. Batman's the only one out here listening. Y'all don't know.
He's not listening.
Y'all ain't about. What are you talking about? He has the whole. He has a neck thing.
His chin is all out.
That's not your neck.
Oh, it's weird. It's really weird.
You're a hater, dude.
It's weird, dude. It just looks weird.
You're weird. How about that?
I mean,
How about that, huh?
I mean,
That's what you want?
no.
I think it's gonna be all right.
Yeah,
I was a little reluctant, but Robert Pattinson, right?
Yeah.
As Daredevil. Wow. Never
Yeah,
mind.
no.
Yeah, no. Robert Pattinson as Daredevil is gonna be great.
Yeah, for real. Replace that Cox guy. What's his name? Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox.
Yeah, replace him. Robert Pattinson for everything.
I see.
How do you feel like because this? Do you want them to continue doing that trend where when they reboot characters to just drop the outfit like that?
Oh, like because it's new, we have to have a different. Well, there's multiple things that go into that, no?
Yeah, obviously,
The
it was a screen test, so they need to see how it looks on camera.
Well, yeah. That.
But do you like that, or do you want to just?
That they screen test things?
Yeah, no. Do you want because they dropped the screen test so people can see it, right?
I think in this, just in this climate,
Yeah.
people want to know more. They're more invested in the production side of the movies.
True.
It's very rare for people to not know about what's going on behind the scenes of movies.
Yeah.
So people want to know. So I don't think it's bad. I think it's just a natural order of things. People just want to know more about the movies, and I didn't think about that till right now. It's like people are way more into the behind the scenes of the movies now. That they want to know the production side of it. They're more vocal about it, and I think that just comes with it. That can be good or bad, depending on the thing. Sonic was a case where it was a good thing.
Yeah.
But then you have people caring about casting choices and like the outfit, story wise, all this shit. I don't think it's a bad thing.
You know, my favorite thing is like when you just overhear random conversations on, they're talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, for example, and then they just say some incorrect shit, but they're so like, they're so the way they say it, they're convinced that it's correct, and you're just like, no, you're wrong. Like they said that
incorrect.
They like before Endgame dropped, like I was hearing some crazy stuff, like just randomly in conversation, just people talking like they know everything. I was like, yeah, it leaked that Wolverine's gonna come out, just like crazy stuff. I'm like, dog, if you just paid attention to the news in the studios, you know that there's no chance in hell that anything's happening.
Yeah, it's a little harder now, especially with the Marvel movies. It's really hard.
Yeah,
but a lot of people, obviously, not a lot of movie heads or non-movie heads won't know the shits, but people are like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. The whole Fox thing happened, which means we're getting X-Men. Like, I like it. I like the fact that people are more into what's going on behind the scenes and how that's going to make or break your movies. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. On that note, like I remember when we were doing the other podcast, I remember when we stopped it, I was able to kind of cool off on that aspect of it where I needed to know, not needed to know, but where I was looking into the behind the scenes and news just so I can be a little more educated on here.
Right.
On the podcast. and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being surprised for once.
You did make that note last time. You were like,
Yeah.
I sometimes I just like not knowing.
Yeah, because it's don't get me wrong, it's cool to know, but at the same time that just leaves you, not that you can get bitter per se, but you're more like, I already knew that was gonna happen, or I can guess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're no longer just a casual viewer at that point, and it's a different brain
Right.
that works. And when we stopped doing the podcast last time, and I was able to just not care about Robert Pattinson Batman and blah blah, I could just enjoy it as it comes out, and
You
be
just watched the
surprised.
movie, yeah.
Yeah, I like, it's two different completely experiences, and I feel personally that the ignorant, and I'm not saying ignorant as an insult. Or
You mean like ignorance is bliss? The saying
exactly,
ignorance is bliss.
exactly. For people that don't dive in as deep as we did for that, because we don't dive that deep anymore.
You're right.
I feel like that is the better way of it, to be surprised, to not know the ending of a film before it comes out, or know enough to just guess it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or to know the politics and the actors and the contracts, and this movie ends here, so this is,
like, oh, this means this
Exactly.
because this, and
so I'd rather not be there anymore, because then it just made everything mundane. Like, I can't enjoy it because I already know, oh, well, this is X actor's last contract, so therefore his story arc ends here. And and we got it down to where easily 90% accurate.
yeah.
The details were off, but this, we were right on the money.
I like that stuff.
Like, for example, Endgame, Iron Man's death. I knew it was happening.
I knew it was gonna
I was
happen.
not surprised. Yeah, so the emotional impact wasn't as big for me, just
Nah.
because I knew this was his last film, at least in the current contract, and I knew the stuff behind the scenes that they released. Obviously, I don't have any inside information. It's just public knowledge.
Yeah, it's
So-
just what we
exactly.
the people know.
So so it's not like I'm out here, hacking. No, it's just
Hacking.
yeah, I'm not hacking the system and the contract. No, it's not that. It's just you just pay if you pay attention. The news comes out. So when he ultimately did pass in Endgame, I was like, oh, there it is.
No,
So I was like, oh, so that's how they ended the story.
yeah, that's kind of where I was like. But I was saying, yeah, I like knowing things. I'm very nosy when it comes to stuff like, oh, what's going on here? Like, oh, this and that, and like, oh, how does this tie into this? Like, yeah, we knew. Going back to just Endgame is the most prominent one.
Yeah.
How adamant Robert Downey Jr. was about not showing up
Yeah.
for the other ones, or he's just over it. He thinks it's time to move on, which I was like, I agree. Too much of a good thing can be bad.
Yeah.
But then it's like, ooh, how? Like, okay, yes, he's not gonna be here anymore.
Yeah.
What is the way where he can stop? It's like, oh, he's got to die. How is he gonna die? What's gonna happen? Is he gonna die early? Like, what's gonna go on?
Yeah.
And I like theorizing. I like hearing what other people are gonna say and how it makes sense in the overall grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
I'm just very nosy like that.
Yeah, but like, at the same note, that ruins stuff for us. Like, like the phase shift. Like Infinity War. If you're a casual fan and you don't know, to you, all those people died. Black Panther died.
Yeah.
Spider-Man died. Like, that's how people who don't follow everything else in the box office and all that and don't know the business, they died. They were able to experience like, yo, that was crazy.
Right.
Everybody's dead. Us, Black Panther, Spider-Man went like, well, they have the next movie was already announced.
Yeah.
So it's like he's gonna come back. So that ultimately already wiped out some of the impact that Endgame have, at least for me, because yeah, they're gonna come back. Now I just want to know how they're gonna bring him back. Oh, I know enough about the Infinity Stones to know that that's the play. So it's like you can already, if you know, you can already kind of put it together. So it's like that kind of just lessens the blow of movies. You get me? So like that's. I prefer not. I at least for entertainment's sake, because I prefer to at least being on both sides of it. I prefer to be in the moment and kind of just experience it.
I agree.
As it happens, so then I can have a more emotional attachment to it.
Yes.
Logan was one of the ones where well, no, because I knew he was gonna die in that too.
I was like,
no,
well,
actually, no, I didn't. I lied. I didn't. I knew it was his last film. I knew that, but I didn't know they were gonna kill him off in that film.
I figured.
I
figured he
wasn't
gonna
surprised
die.
when it happened, so I was able to still feel it. But I just knew it was his last film because, again, I know.
God damn it.
So I don't know. Maybe I haven't fully experienced it yet.
Nah. Logan hit me hard. Hit me real hard.
Yeah,
I like that.
but yeah, I prefer not to. I prefer not to know. Honestly, if I if I wasn't doing a podcast, I probably would
Speaking
just
of,
stop.
shut up now. Speaking of wishing you didn't know ahead of time,
Where are you going with this?
I had it and then I lost it. But speaking of not,
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
oh yeah. But speaking of already knowing things, already knowing things that you're supposed to not know or whatever. Stranger Things happened. The trailer for that happened. And
No, that was a whole. That was
yours is worse.
No, yeah, mine was
Yours is
worse, but
fucking
that was
worse.
bad. That's why I
Nah.
put the boo in there. No,
Yeah.
no, that was horrible.
Stranger Things season 4 teaser came out and it showed Russia,
Yep.
bunch of slave workers, and a bald Hopper. So Hopper's not
Thanks
dead.
for watching.
That's right.
No, yeah, I was not surprised.
And that's why I segued the way I did, because nobody in their mama was surprised, except, again, if you're not that film savvy or
And
just
then-
TV savvy.
And that's perfectly on par with what I was
Oh,
saying.
so my segue's correct.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. You're
Eat
fine.
my
You're
ass.
fine. I don't hate that segue.
That's
All
right.
Look. I gave you some applause. So that ties in perfectly to what I was saying. We know we know enough about the industry, about the business to know that he's one of the top billed cast on that. He's one of the fan favorite characters on the show. A reason that people keep going back to
Of
it.
course.
They want to continue to make money off of the show. He didn't die. You get what I'm saying?
Like,
He
yeah.
didn't die. Like it was when
It was
they showed him.
touching when he did it, when he died.
Yeah. So like when he came out, I was like, oh, there he is. Right. Wow, you teleported. Good job, Hopper.
I was like, yeah, my only question is, so like the people that did die, are they not dead?
Oh, also, and they teased him on the last one anyway. At the end of season 3.
Yeah, where they were
cut
like
to
the
Russia.
American?
Yeah, the American. I was like, oh, who else?
Who else could
some
be
people,
the American
some people
that
thought it
the
was
Russians have?
Some people thought it was the glasses guy, the Spesh from Wolfenstein. That character.
What?
It's a super Spesh.
Why?
Some people thought it was him because isn't he also American and he kind of disappeared too?
Super special.
His name wasn't Super Special in Stranger Things, but he reminds me of Super Special in
Who?
the other guy, the guy who spoke.
The crazy bald.
yeah, him.
balding
He
guy?
reminds me of Special from Wolfenstein.
I agree.
But some people
No, I
thought
like
it was
that.
him. Some people thought it was him because he kind of disappeared too. If I'm not
I don't
misremembering.
Up.
But I'm like, nah, it's Hopper. Who else? Like who? Like no
course it's
disrespect to him and
Hopper.
that actor, but no fucking cares about him. This is Hopper. You know, I forgot his
Yeah.
name.
This is Hopper, not another guy.
What's Hopper's name? I forgot his actor name.
David Harbour.
Harbor. Yeah, there you go. Him. Like he's the top billed cast for Like,
Yeah, it was Hellboy and
exactly.
shit.
What
like,
that
you
movie
really
was
think-
ass. But yeah.
You really think they're not gonna bring him in? Like, come on, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of
You
here.
silly. You silly.
He was like one of the best parts of that show. You really
Mhm.
think they're gonna get rid of him? You're
He's
fucking out of your mind.
Absolutely my favorite character.
Yeah.
My least favorite character are all the kids.
All the kids.
I have a grudge against children now.
You have a gripe with kids?
Yeah,
Alex?
because they are unreasonably good at Pokemon games that require button mashing.
at the not mainline Pokemon games.
Yeah.
They're really good at the
yeah,
non-mainline
and
Pokemon
then
games.
and then the same kid gets a red Gyarados on first surprise trade and doesn't give it to me. I don't like children.
I feel like you just don't like one child. I
No,
don't think
it's all of
I don't
them.
think it's all
I'm
children.
generalizing.
I'm projecting.
I'm generalizing. They're all like that.
But I mean, if you're just gonna go ahead and talk shit to one kid,
yeah. All you listeners that are 11 years old.
fuck you.
no. See me in any game. That's not poking.
poking.
That's not poking. But yeah, man, Hopper. I'm excited for Stranger Things 4.
I'm excited. I'm wondering what exactly they're gonna do with it. Just because they keep saying like the big bad guy is gone. Oh, the big bad guy is not going no more. It's a new big bad guy. Same big bad guy.
Well,
But
the Mind Flayer is not the big bad guy anymore.
the Mind Flayer is the big bad guy. But they're saying
Didn't
that
they get rid of him?
they closed him out. I don't know if he's dead again. I don't remember. Last time I remember, he wasn't dead.
So Barbara's alive then, right?
Barb?
I'm still waiting for Barb to come
No.
back.
Bro, they showed her corpse, man. They showed her fucking corpse. What do you mean?
They showed the corpse?
Yes.
When the hell did this happen?
Season 1.
Then why were people saying she was going to come back in 2?
Uh,
And was that her real corpse or her underground corpse? Because remember, there was 2 sets of bodies at some point for everybody.
No, it was her fucking real corpse, man.
I don't know, man.
They showed it. They
I
they
don't know.
straight showed it.
I seen a ton of people die in that show because they had clones.
Who?
Remember there was clones in that movie now in that show?
No.
They did have clones.
Who clones?
Weren't there 2 copies of everybody? The underground people or were they just possessed?
No. What are you talking about?
Stranger Things.
I don't remember copies of people. I have no idea.
They were either possessed or there was a copy. One of them happened.
possessed.
Bro, did you not watch the last season with the Red Rangers from Power Rangers?
No. Oh yeah, they were possessed by the mind flare.
There wasn't copies. I'm
No.
adding myself.
You're adding that to yourself.
Okay, well
They
I
were
should write
possessed.
Stranger Things because that's just lit. Can you imagine if there was 2 Red Rangers?
I thought.
Did he die?
Yes.
Billy?
Billy did die.
Oh yeah.
That happened.
Okay.
That is a thing.
I liked him.
I liked him a lot.
He was
in
my
season
favorite
3.
character.
I liked him. I thought fucking Harper was your favorite character. Eat ass.
You know me. Whenever. Yeah.
Whenever we talk about
Well,
something,
yeah, it's my favorite character, except the kids.
No, yeah, that happened. But it's like whoever's like, don't matter who my favorite is. The least favorite's always the kids.
Yeah, they have to be 18 plus for me to like them because anything below that is a kid.
That's a strange thing to say.
Because Sonic was also under 18 technically, and I hated him
You're right.
too. So 18
right.
plus. I'm like Drake. Oh,
Ugh, you do not want to be like Drake. Why would you say that?
because he likes him 18.
Oh my God!
What?
Yo, stop talking.
Oh,
Cease speaking.
I'm
What
trying.
is that?
What? Too spicy?
Oh my God!
Too spicy?
That's not spicy. That's a lawsuit.
That's a meme.
That's not a meme.
Yeah, I just made a meme. It's a meme.
That's oh my good, Alex. The views of Alexander Cordero is
You
not
throw
the
my
views of-
government? It's
I'm
Alex
throwing
and
you
GEEKJAR.
way under the bus,
Alex
Jar.
Alex Jar is my last name. Thank you.
Yeah, I ain't no, bro. You out of pocket. Your pocket turned inside out. Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
what was I talking about? Drake liking kids?
I'm over it, man. Let's go
We-
somewhere else.
We're talking about something else. You think Drake's favorite show is Stranger Things?
Yeah, he loves me.
Oh yeah, because he was sliding into them
He was
DMs.
sliding into me Bobby Brown's DMs.
Right, his favorite show is that.
For
Mhm.
sure, it's
Mhm.
Stranger Things.
So how come when I say it, it's cease and desist and a lawsuit in my whole government, but you can say it's his favorite show because he was legit sliding into them DMs?
Because he was legit sliding into the GMs. But when you say I don't like them, something about 18 and under, I'm like Drake. That I have a problem with.
Okay,
Please just let's stop talking.
Well, when you say it like that,
Thank you
I
for
understand.
watching.
I understand. I understand.
Podcast is over now. You have a good night.
You think his favorite movie of all time is Goonies?
I was also leaning on that too. Was
Yeah.
that his favorite movie is The Goonies?
You think he liked It
or
Chapter
The
1 better?
Sandlot? Or
You think he liked It Chapter 1 better than 2?
Yeah, or The Sandlot, or
Baby Geniuses?
or just Baby
Spy
Boss
Kids?
Baby. You like Boss Baby?
You know he likes Spy Kids.
I like.
You know, he wanted some Junie Cortez. Oh, no, wait, the other one, Carmen.
Okay,
Carmen Cortez.
bye. Podcast is over now. Again. Good day to you all.
You think he likes Pokemon?
Please,
Because Ash Ketchum was
please,
10? Okay.
please.
All right.
Thank you for watching.
Because got to catch
Thank
him
you for
all.
watching.
Because he's sliding into
Thank you for
all-
watching.
all the DMs.
Sign off. Sign off now. Christ. You didn't even get the thank yous for watching. Nothing.
Hey, thank you so much for watching today's episode of the Playin' Pod. Hey!
Love of Christ.
As
Lord.
always, we thank you. We love you for all the support, all the tweets,
That's right.
all the messages, all the comments, all the shares, all the John sucks. Because I
What?
saw some tweets that say John sucks.
I don't think that
It was
a
pretty
thing.
great. Those are my favorite tweets. Keep
I don't
those
think that
coming.
was a thing.
The hashtag John Sucks movement.
What the
We're gonna
fuck?
take it. We're gonna go big in 2020.
Why?
Alex Best Geek Jar.
Alex
is the best.
Geek Jar. This is your king.
It's
This is your.
It's
who
funny.
You rally against.
funny because there wasn't a John Sucks tweet until now because I'm about to tweet it when we get out of here. Hashtag John Sucks 2020.
I'll be like Alex.
Alex Best Geek Jar.
Alex is not.
2020.
Alex Pedo Bear.
Whoa, hey, I didn't say none of that.
Nah,
I didn't say none of that. I just said
nah.
poking is a horrible game. Don't switch it. Don't switch it off. Don't switch it off.
He's a hater.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. Appreciate all the support. Continue sharing it. Continue to watch it. Continue to comment. Just continue, man. Just keep going.
Keep on.
Just keep
keeping
going.
on. You know.
Because honestly, this gets me through my week. And
True. It's all I have.
honestly, I used
That's
to
all
like,
I have because my girlfriend left.
I used to like video games until I played Pokken Tournament on the Switch.
Yeah. Honestly.
And now it's just
Now it's just lies and hate.
to see because he cheated. He had a level 70 Mewtwo and hit me with a level 1 Machamp.
You still going? Oh my goodness! I was like into the game for a sec. Please
Wait,
stop talking.
John, we didn't talk about Mortal Kombat or Fast and Furious at all this episode.
No, you brought. the movie.
We brought up the movie. All right, that's enough. And then Fast and Furious is also
a
a movie.
movie.
There we go. Done. Hit all
There you
quotas.
go.
Hit all
We hit the
quotas.
quotas.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Yes.
You're bad.
What the fuck's wrong?
Yeah,
What?
cut it out.
What? What I do?
Nah, I'm just. This is my end card shit talking to you. Goddamn. And that's where it
End
cuts.
card that. End card that.
He's flicking me off, audio listeners. That's the end card.